Hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face, my card making space, and more holiday cards. Specifically, more Poinsettia holiday cards. Sometimes I get obsessed with something and I'll do multiple videos on it, which is what I'm doing. Using several of the same supplies, kind of mixing and matching with a couple other little things, but several of the same things that I've used recently or in this year's holiday series. Purple poinsettias that are sparkly. Purple sparkly poinsettias. I had fun. So, everything I used will be listed and linked in the description box below the video. My links are affiliate links. That just means that if you click on one of my links and end up placing an order, I do get a kickback from that at no extra cost to you. That is what helps pay the bills, keeps my heaters running, enables me to keep bringing out content. And I will have my holiday 2025 playlist linked in the end screen at the end of this video. Planning on posting holiday cards right up till Christmas, possibly right after. This year was the first year that I actually started the holiday card series back in January. I was doing at least one video a month, and honestly, I'm really glad I did it. I didn't have to scramble as much, leading right up to the holidays like I usually do. So we will see. Hopefully in 2026, I will kind of continue that and we'll start a whole new series. Because as usual, I've purchased products, had products sent to me, different things that I haven't used yet. So anyway, all that to say, we'll just see what happens. I'll have all the links down below in the end screen, as always. And yeah, let's get into making these cards. So I started with the Simon Says Stamp Tall Poinsettia Wafer dies, which I've used multiple times now so far in this year's holiday series. I used them last year. Love it. You can't go wrong with a good poinsettia. And this one I like because it's a little bit of a more unique shape, I guess, is what really has been appealing to me with it. So all I did was die cut the floral portion from some royal purple cardstock, which is a very deep, bright purple. And then to add a bit of depth, I took Galaxy Pawsitively Saturated Ink, which is a very deep blue purple shade. It was like the darkest shade I had in the Pawsitively Saturated inks to add this depth. When you start getting into really dark cardstocks, the really deep greens, really dark blues, etc., and you want to add depth them, you either need to find an ink that's going to be dark enough. There's a few other, or another option too is to add black. And you just kind of have to go with lighter hand. It takes a little bit of fiddling. But for these, I wasn't worried about that. I just wanted to add a bit of depth. You can still see it on camera now. It will dry back even more. And like I always say, if you're not sure, take a scrap of the cardstock you're planning on using and test it out. Add the ink you want to use or try a few different ones and then let them fully dry. Because it always looks darker, more intense, etc. when the ink is first applied and it's still wet. But the ink will dry, it'll smooth out a bit, etc. So you just gotta test it. So after I had blended all my pieces, I layered them. And the die set is basically the die cuts like a large layer and a small layer. And that's just how it is. And then it's up to you. So I've used it as is. I really like to die cut extras as I'm showing and layering them. And then doing things like just the small ones or one large, two small, etc. It just creates more variety so that they're not all matchy-matchy. So once I had assembled my layers, and of course I did extras because it's like, why not? Put them in my spot box, and now we're going to make them sparkly. And to do that, I'm using Villainous Potion Distress Spritz. I pulled out my Distress Spritz in a recent video. And I need to use them more often because they're pretty. And the thing you just need to remember with them is you need to shake them up super well because all that pretty shimmery goodness settles to the bottom. And then the other thing you need to remember with Distress Spritz is try not to get crazy heavy-handed, which I say that as someone who is. But the only times I've ever had issues with it really coming off is I've just applied way too much. way too many layers, sprayed it on top of something heavily ink blended and already had layers of sprays and da-da-da-da-da. But for the most part, it stays in place. I had a little bit of transfer when I was assembling my card fronts. We'll get to that. Onto my fingers, but I was pressing them into glue, etc. But once they're done, they're done. And then, as always, as I parrot Tim Holtz, don't like the artwork. It's fine. It's fine. So, at the end, I will also show with my flashlight the actual sparkle, because those poinsettias are just, they pop on the finished cards, but then the sparkle just amps it up. Love it. So I set those aside. And then I pulled out the fresh holly sprig wafer dies, which those came out last year, the year before. I've used them in previous videos. And I had die cut Simon's green leaf cardstock with it. And then on these, I'm blending Kale, Pawsitively saturating. Again, just look at all that depth it adds to just a basic die cut. And originally I was going to keep the large sprig and have a few extras. And then I changed my mind. I actually snip all those leaves apart. Because again, it's just paper. Do what you want. And then the berries from the die set, I just die cut from white cardstock. I was keeping those simple because I have got glitter cardstock coming in and texture and all the things. So I snipped apart my leaves, set everything aside. And then for my background, I used the Delicate Pine Branches 3D embossing folder from Simon. And funny enough, I was looking for this for a previous project that I posted. I couldn't find it anywhere, And then I finally found it and I was like, oh, I need to use this one again. I love how it's some are heavier embossed, so it looks layered. Some are more faint, some are more deep. Love it. So I ran that through with just some white cardstock because it's just gonna be my background. It just adds that little extra something. And then yet again, I used the Pointy Pine Sprigs wafer die. I love this little die set. It's actually not little. I use the small. This is the smaller of the two sprigs. The other one is enormous, and I've used it in a previous video as well. Those I just die cut from Simon's Midnight Green cardstock. Super deep green. That green, if you wanted to try and add depth to it, you would have to go with black ink because it is just shy of being black. That green is so dark. In fact, on camera, and I've shown comparisons during live streams and that, how dark that midnight green cardstock actually is. Because yeah, on camera, when there's no comparison to black, it looks black, but it's not. It's beautiful. I love it. And then of course I used the Splendid Snowflakes wafer dies. Again, kind of obsessed with those little die set. You can't go wrong with snowflakes. Those I die cut from some white glitter cardstock. And this is also why I like doing two card fronts, because off to the side, I had already assembled one of these card fronts, and that just kind of gives me a visual. So when I'm adhering everything and it's all sped up on here, it looks like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, trust me, I spent a good chunk of time figuring out my placement on the first card and then copying it with this second one. So I've assembled and adhered all my little bits. I've got all my greenery, my snowflakes, and my berries, and my poinsettias glued down. And just glue. I didn't use any foam tape, anything like that, because things are kind of popped up just naturally the way they are. And then we're going to add more texture. And for this, I'm using Snowtex paste. I used this in a previous video earlier this year. I need to make a point of using this stuff more often because I happen to have the largest bloody jar of it because I wasn't paying attention when I ordered it, and I, get my order with this enormous container. I'll link to the other options. This stuff is fun. It stays very white. It has chunks in it. It's very gritty. If you have distressed grit paste, the OG, just the regular white grit paste, I think it's fairly similar to this. I actually need to order more grit paste because my little tiny container is dried out because I didn't seal it properly. And yeah. So with the Snowtex, I like applying it, as I'm showing here, with this is just a little filbert brush, just a little cheap brush I keep in my stash. I clean it off really, really well when I'm done, and so far so good. But I would use a brush that you're not concerned about, that you don't, in case it does get wrecked, because things like paste, if you don't remove it completely immediately out of your brush, that paste can dry in there and will destroy your brush, just FYI. And I prefer a brush. I know some people can use palette knives. I tried that. It doesn't really work for me, at least not with this paste. I like the control of the brush. And I just, as you saw, just dab it onto the edges of everything. And it's got texture and grit and it stays white. And I love it. It just gives it that frosty look. And if you work in sections, when the paste is still wet, you can pour glitter over it, like rock candy glitter. But you need to work in sections. It'll depend on your climate, all the things, because this stuff does dry quite quickly depending on how thick or thin you apply it. For me, it dries very fast because I don't like really glop it on. So yeah, those are some more options. And then splatter. I went with black splatter. I know, freaks people out, but I like it. And I wanted to test this out. This is Simon's Positively Perfect Splatter Medium in black. This came out in their December release, and like a crazy person, I tested it out in these card fronts, and it worked. It's very pigmented, FYI. This stuff will stain. Just be careful. So I stirred it up really well, and then I used my fan brush, and I added just a decent amount of black splatter. Nothing too crazy, just a bit. And then I let them dry. And then for my sentiment, I used the CZ Design Holiday Typewriter Trio little sentiments. Creates these little tiny sentiments. And I just die cut them from Simon's black cardstock, and I did 2 layers, and I adhered them together with liquid glue just to give it that little extra dimension. And my card bases are top folding A2 white note cards, so 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And on the inside, I'm stamping sentiments from the CZ Design Holiday Typewriter stamp set, which I've also used in multiple holiday videos because it's another one of my favorites. And I stamped the sentiments with crocus ink. And then the little sub-sentiment I stamped with just VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. So, yeah. Stamped the Happy Holidays with the crocus ink and then lined up the sub-sentiment. And then I'll ink that up and stamp and then repeat on the second inside of the card. So the cards will say Happy Holidays from me to you. And brings in that little bit of purple onto the inside as well. So I then adhered the card fronts to the card bases and then adhered my little die cut sentiments. Honestly, a card like this, you could leave off the sentiment completely. Like, I thought about it, and it's like, it would have looked fine with just no sentiment whatsoever. But I really liked these little die cut sentiments, so I just adhered them kind of along the bottom of these cards. Just added a bit of glue, pressed it into place. And then my final little, embellishment is what I'm using for the flower centers. Well, second final embellishment. I'm going to add one more thing because I couldn't stop. This is the Simon's Pawsitively Dazzling Gems in Opal, which I'm going to have to order another container of these. I have used up like 3/4 of this container already because I love these. They're pretty. When it's flat on like this, you don't see it as much, but you'll see it when I tilt these in the light, how they just reflect. So they're just pretty. And I forgot to adhere that last one on the card on the left. I'll notice it in a moment. So I adhered the Opal gems with the Craft Tacky glue as the flower centers. And then my final embellishment was to take just glossy accents and add it to those die cut berries. Another thing I've shown in other videos is adding the glossy accents and then pouring over rock candy glitter because it gives it that like frosty, fun texture look. But for these, I just wanted that gloss because I've already got the texture from the glitter snowflakes. I've got the glittery poinsettias, the 3D embossing, the texture, the Snowtex paste I added. We got a lot going on. It's fun. So the glossy berries just give it a little more of a subtle smidge of extra, And then I let everything dry, and these cards are complete. So those purple poinsettias, chef's kiss, and then the sparkle. I told y'all, sparkle. Can't go wrong. My inner magpie's very, very happy with these cards. And yeah, if I need more hours in the day, because then I was like, ooh, these would look gorgeous, like as red, of course, or pink, blue, coral, any color. Have fun with it. Have fun with it, because who cares? Who cares? It's paper. It's fun. I love it. I love how this turned out, and the purple just pops, and the sparkle, and the texture, and all the fun things. So, I loved making these. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I mentioned in the intro, links to everything is in the description box below the video, and then the playlist and whatnot will be linked in the end screen at the very end if you want to check that out. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, thumbs upping and commenting. I appreciate it a ton, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much to my amazing Patreon supporters. For anyone that might be interested in joining my Patreon community and supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description box below the video. For everyone else, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't, I'd love to have you. And here's a couple other videos for you to check out in case you missed them. Bye!